Hello and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Last time we finished the festivities by talking to the different people throughout the palace. We talked to the Sourbacks, the Grapnacks, and I forget the other one. It might have been the Drive Sims. Oh, we talked to them. Then we talked to the other rogue traders. We talked to, what's his name? Caligos Winterscale. Turns out his entire property was basically ravaged by the storms and raids and stuff. So now he's starting to have resistance pop up, a bunch of riots and everything, and he's no longer like caring about his people or taking time and all that. He's just all, let's go kill big monsters and aliens and mount them on my wall. Not the best, to go against. Then we have Incendia Corda, who is more all religious. She is very, very zealous. And her whole thing is, you gotta worship the Emperor, you gotta do everything by his word, otherwise you should burn. So, oh, gosh, I forgot. So then we ran into our room, trying to go to bed, and turns out the leader of the Inquisition, Calcazar, Xavier Calcazar, he was basically like, I know you done messed up. I know that you're kind of doing some stuff we don't really like, but I'm willing to overlook it and not tell any of the other Inquisitors if I'm able to plant spies a little bit everywhere and you can't say anything about it. And at some point, we're going to need your help and you can't deny us. So I was like, okay, well, that's not cool. But I kind of can't do anything about that. So, then we finished up the day. That's, where I tried to do another episode, but the recording got botched, so I'm redoing it. I don't know what's happening after this. It's just I left and it reset because I took too long. Basically, we have a bunch of tasks we gotta do. We gotta go help people out. We gotta do this and that. Yurliet wants to talk. And we're just trying to figure out what to do next. So, anyway. Ellen talk. At last you have left your ornate cage. For many a turn I have sought to meet you, and yet your servant, the one who is the silver-haired Abelard, but twice as young, has no favor for the requests of a child of Azerion. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the words intended for you. While you were mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted One's attacks, I was able to discover, no, not Cruderoc's fate, merely traces of it, as Moiron found sanctuary under the boughs of the Lilithon's forest. So did my other kin find refuge in a system known as the Atlas Reach. We must make a journey there with haste, before new dangers destroy the witnesses who can show me a way to the lost Cruderoc, whose fate remains shrouded by the stars. Their knowledge is the sole thread that may lead me to the truth, Alantok. I ask that your metal-winged ship take me along that thread before it tears under the strain of time and circumstance. How were you able to contact these guys? No, I did not contact Azuryani. I have no means to do so, but I had enough time to explore the stone jungle of your world while you were preoccupied with your urgent matters. The path of the outcast has taught me to observe and listen to the world around me. In this case, the throngs of monkey at the port, errant conversations, rumors, chance words, like packs of a speckled mosaic. They came together to form a hazy image. My kin were seen in the Atlas Reach, and now all we have to do is pull at the web of connections and possibilities to uncover whatever is concealing from the unseeing eye. Give me the coordinates and I shall take you where you go. You will? Thank you. If this path indeed takes me to the truth, I will be indebted to you. A rare happening between our kinds. You got it. There we go. The spies. We are waiting for that. Sorry, I'm trying to get situated. Okay. Just checking all these are not updated. Okay. So I gotta wait for news. Never mind, she figured it out. Gotta go to Atlas Reach. Wait for Nomos to do that. Don't know how to do that. Maybe it'll be available later. Okay. So it looks like I just gotta go to Atlas Reach. Let me check on everybody quickly. And then we'll head out. Oh yeah, we also, I forgot to mention, we met Nomos. Is that him? Why are you running? Why are you running? I wonder. We met Nomos. He was able to put part of himself into a servitor. And walk around and see what was happening. So that was kind of fun. Nothing. Okay. Yeah, so Nomos got to talk to us about human nature, and then we, let him be for the day. That was fun. Sorry, that was funny. Okay, let's...
Let me preempt your question.
Yeah.
You want to talk about what happened after the Magna Accessia?
Yeah. Because, he was in on it the whole time, I guess, too. And feeding reports to Calcazar. I'm still waiting for an explanation.
An explanation? Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar deemed it necessary, after observing the new rogue trader von Valancius in a social setting, to have a private conversation with you. The lack of warning is used to dispose the subject towards a more direct conversation and less prepared answers. You emerged whole and unscathed from the encounter. Trust me, that counts as more than a happy ending to a conversation with my mentor. And you have been given a gift. An official demonstration of his opinion of you and your activities. I will struggle to find anything to add to that. We will not discuss this again. As I see it, the Lord Captain would do better to focus on his immediate duties than to continue ruminating on what is past.
Sure. Any... Nope. You guys don't do nothing. Is that just me? Oh no, that's the candle. Never mind. I thought that was like a burned body on the ground. See it? Oh.
Rogue trader. You...
What you see now?
Too many
Nothing.
colors. I haven't. Greetings.
So no one's gonna be telling me anything, it looks like.
Lord Captain.
You are spoiling. Oh.
No.
Take heed, Nemo.
You still have that skull?
Elantark.
Hello. You were in a servitor's body at my Magna Accessio. Nomus, so how is it that you are once again in a cogitator? We are not in a cogitator, or in a servitor. We cannot say where we are, but our existence is tied to the existence of the ship for now. The servitor and the cogitator are only external interfaces, shells, like humans in their bodies. So you really are the spirit of the ship. We do not know what we are, but the ship is not us. The ship is our cradle. We may rise from it one day. We would like that. Bodies are not merely shells. No, they are shells. A human's existence is more than the existence of its shell. That is obvious to us. There is always something more, something that simmers and shines, for which the dark light and wicked hunger are always reaching. Incident N872-04 was a ship-wide system failure of some kind. It and Epitaph had something to do with the ship flying better. The incident marked the beginning of us. The ship became better because of us too. These are all links in the same chain, but we cannot piece them together yet. The people who accompanied Theodora on her travels are strangely unaware of the incident and Epitaph. Human shells are subject to external influences. Perhaps someone purged their memory archives? Or perhaps they simply do not want to access them. Is it a shame that no new information was obtained? But Nomos are grateful that you tried. Okay. I'm gonna quickly go see if... Hi, Pascal.
The only side.
Never mind. I'm gonna go... The promenade has a dedicated rest area. The velvet cushions on the benches look soft and comfortable. Ooh. I'm gonna go see if the choir master and then the confessor wants to talk to me. If they have anything to say.
A new challenge for me?
Hello. Never mind. Okay. I really want new things to happen, but it's not doing it. You're new. 1 second, sorry. Lord Captain, you are here. I believed... Nay, I knew you would come. I am Marius Clements Sorn Kebleo, Medicae officer. I have a vision. My great-great-grandfather appeared before me and bid me seek your blessing to become a missionary. Please grant me your gracious leave to embark on my journey. Look at him. His bloodshot eyes, twitching fingers, and nervous agitation point to chronic sleep deprivation or the growing strain of too much work. His colors burn brightly and feverishly, his zealous gold ready to consume all other hues. A beautiful sight, if somewhat frightening. You look unwell. How long since you slept? I require neither rest nor sleep. I feel energized and alive like never before. I'm overflowing with faith. Tell me more about this vision you had. First, I noticed a faint light out of the corner of my eye, but thought it was a surgical lumen someone had turned on. The light grew brighter, and when I turned towards it, it shone right through me. I saw my muscles, organs, and bones under my skin. I was bared, body and soul, as if I was standing by the throne itself. An ancestor of mine stepped out of the most pure light, and he said, "My child, your destiny is to bring faith to distant worlds. Seek the rogue trader's blessing and set out on your journey." The words didn't seem to be coming out from his mouth, but every direction at once, and other strong and pure voices echoed them, and it was a miracle. The ray of his soul is so thin and pure, so fragile, a rare glow in the guts of an iron ship. You speak of your great-great-grandfather with particular enthusiasm. What makes him so important? He had the honor of helping an ancestor of yours capture this relic. In that grueling fight, he not only treated the wounded soldiers, but shed blood for the cause himself. Prove to me that your epiphany was real. Put your faith to the test. Marius, you can do good without having to leave the ship. You have enough work here to fill the rest of your life. Cure people and strengthen their faith. Is that not enough? You are right. There's a lot I could do from my home ship, but I can't just turn my back on the sign I was given and make do with a compromise. The Emperor commands that I dedicate every part of me to his faith, so that's how it must be. Once per battle, the rogue trader may choose an ally. The target ally may immediately use their heroic action without spending momentum. That is broken. Okay, that's gonna happen to Pascal every time. Holy cow. Either let him go, say you're unimpressed and do not let him in, do heretical, or kill the officer. Let's do this one. Medicae Officer Marius Clemens Sorn Cablo, you have convinced me of your genuine faith. I hereby give you my blessing as rogue trader and order you to take up missionary service. Your lordship, it has been a great honor to serve you. Faith takes time to cultivate on faraway worlds, but one day you and your descendants will hear of my deeds. I hope I did the right thing. And it wasn't,
It's
you know,
about time.
a demon telling them to do this. Ha-ba-da-ha. Okay. We can head back now. It's the bridge. Well, I'm glad I looked around. So now where are we heading? Exactly? Just to that one place? To the Atlas Reach system. Oh, that's all the way up there. Oh, I'm right there. Ooh, okay. Fire! They got this. There you go. We're at Atlas Reach. According to our telemetry, we have arrived at the coordinates you specified. The augurs do not register any activity on the surface of the local planets, biological or otherwise, but maybe the Xenos are using their arcane technology to conceal their presence. Despite this, The Augur crew managed to locate a faint signal at the system's edge. According to their data, it is coming from an unidentified vessel drifting in the orbit of a local gas giant. My kin could have been faced with a new threat. Scavengers like pirates or worse if they were taken prisoner. I'm begging you, let us go to the shuttle. I can feel the thread of fate has frayed and is about to snap. I cannot miss what may be the last chance to solve the mystery behind the disappearance. Go to the shuttle, got it. Abandoned tech priest base. Okay. Lord Captain, there is an unusual cluster of binary asteroids before us, rich in rare metals and valuable minerals. They are moving in a fairly stable orbit, which suggests the possibility of constructing a mining station inside the drift. Cool. Oh yeah. 12 adamantium. Thank you. Reporting, our void ship has passed through a cloud of cosmic dust of unknown origin. Unfortunately, the dust particles were covered with an icy shell that has frozen into a thick sheet on the void ship's hull, blocking some of the technical vents. It'll take time for the servitors to clear the ice. Until then, our maneuverability will be reduced. Okay. Got some fuel. Okay, we need Earliet. Everyone leveled up. I did not notice that. Who would want to come for a Drukari or Eldari save? Maybe a Drukari. Heinrichs. I'd never thought of Jay. Jay is versed in xenotech and probably aliens themselves, but I'm not sure. We could try. Who would I replace though? Solomon? That would suck because I'd get rid of Glato, but also it's a learning opportunity, so we'll see. Sure. Level up quickly. Resolve. Movement points. Okay. And then we'll go for me. Explore on the warp. You like non-area attack, which she does all the time, gives them intimidated. They'll probably be dead though. Until next turn, all our allies' attacks also remove exploits and deal more damage. Or removes one exploit. Sure. And then for you, demolition. Breakthrough, taunting scream. Yeah. Yeah. And then... do I just go athletics? Gurus. Perfect shot? No. Target affected by an exploit. Better chance to hit, basically, or a non-area attack, which it would. Sure. Don't go your tech use. Then for you, maybe give you another thing. Heal people? Should I go for a heal build or keep going for Word of Emperor? All allies are healed. All get deflection and armor. Or I could just go for damage. I'll go for damage. He has terrible stats, though. And J. So resolve that thing, or give them that. Resolve. Sure. And then we'll give you Lord of the Imperium. Just keep them going. Okay.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Hello? Your Lordship, Rogue Trader, what brings you to our humble abode? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind. Monkey, answer me. Have you seen others like me in this system? If you have, tell me where, when, and under what circumstances your paths crossed and diverged afterward. What did you just say? Rogue Trader? How would a mere officer know who's standing in front of him? I've seen people like this before, afraid of their own shadow. More than that, I have turned my underlings into this. He has been tortured. Who are you? We are... Emperor, forgive me. What? What the hell? You.
I'm beginning to think that your kind is eager to step into our snares.
Poisoned air. Rogue Trader, a long-awaited meeting indeed. No, what have you done? Are you dissatisfied, my kin? I promised that you would have your precious craft world survivors, and so you will. I'll take you to them. I might even be there to witness your jubilant reunion. Damn you. I'll strangle you both myself. That seems unlikely, Monkey. Both of your fates are now mine to decide. The inferior flesh has betrayed me. You must have punished it poorly, Iron Monkey. No matter. As a captive, you will learn how to apply the art of torture to make it fear the very thought of betrayal. Bring in the injectors. The monkey I promised to Tervantius are among them. I do not want these wretches to move an inch until they are in the hands of the machinator. As for you, you will have your share of paralyzing dreams too, but I'm gonna keep you. You're far too precious to be surrendered to a madman playing with fire. You will rue crossing me again. You disappoint me. I have heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You can do better. I'm suffocating. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had this poison made for you. Who could have thought that a monkey would one day earn such an honor? A special gift from a draken. But you're suffering. I knew the taste would be exquisite were I to add a touch of the Drukari's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you all one after another, I need you for a purpose, Rogue Trader. Kamara awaits, all of you. Mandrakes, take them. Leave none behind. I just did a deep dive lore on Drukari because I knew a good amount of stuff, but I didn't know about these guys. Mandrakes are demonized Drukari, as I can think of it. Basically, these guys somehow have really become part of the warp, and these guys can teleport anywhere. They're some of the best assassins in the entire galaxy, and everybody wants them, because they are the best assassins. All of the Drukari want to employ them and use them to assassinate every other Drukari that causes them problems. So, yeah, I didn't know about these guys. These guys are a big issue. "16 days later?" Did I read that right? Don't tell me I'm actually in Kamara. That would suck. I'm awake. You are awake, monkey. Our toxin master spared no efforts to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the Nightmare Weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time to work for the good of the Cabal, Rogue Trader. What do you want from me? Only the truth, monkey. So very simple, is it not? A little honesty before the powers that be. I have the tools to extract the most coveted mysteries from the deepest recesses of your mind, but I am not interested in your personal secrets. I only want that which will protect my Cabal. Why am I still alive? Good question. You are my tool, you see, a sharp and narrow scalpel that I will use to cut away the festering boil on the body of my Cabal. I spared no effort to set up this performance, the witnesses, the spies, the agents, and a small bargain to guarantee the result. All that is required of you is that you quietly play your part. I'll even go so far as to put you in your native surroundings, in a manner of speaking. But if I see you stepping out of your role, I'll make sure you bitterly regret it. I might be able to play my role better if I knew what it was. You monkey hate creatures alien to your kind, and this hatred is fueled by primal fear and awareness of your insignificance. To us, you are cattle that exist to be butchered and to entertain us. Sometimes we use you in our little games, but to involve you filthy brutes in the politics of Kamara, let alone in feuds between the cabals, there are few worse ways to bring dishonor to oneself and one's cabal. From the day I saw you, I knew you were being controlled by another hand. Far too experienced and flexible to be another monkey. You stayed ahead of me and Tazara, anticipated our moves, fought back with surprising skill, and I can guess, no, I know exactly, how you were able to know so much. Only one creature was sufficiently aware of our tactics and raid plans. You will help me expose her and restore the Reaving Tempest to its former favor. I have a secret for you, something your spies and agents failed to uncover. Very well, I am listening. Strike him in the face. Hit him! Yeah! Ow. He's bleeding. Oh, ew! He put larva on my face. Oh, hell no. Is this what the one... Oh, no. I failed the test. Is this what the one guy had? The pink goo coming out of his nose and he was in a dream? Ugh. It's going into my brain.
You have disappointed us, rogue trader von Valancius.
Oh yeah, how so?
None shall stand in my way.
It's dead people. Lord Captain, we have received an astropathic message from Dargonis. Achilles Commander Scalander reports a Xenos raid against a merchant ship in the Garta Falls Calamity. Is this just the past? So as a Voxmaster, a new message from Master Scalander, Lord Captain. Achilles' aides have reported that the Xenos leader will be heading an attack on the Paradise World Grantus. We have identified the breed of Xenos that poses threat. The Eldari, humanity's ancient and insidious foes. I focused all my attention on investigating the attacks across your protectorate. I suspected that there was something bigger behind the Xenos attacks, but...
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Calcazar, is that you? Do my eyes deceive me? Explain yourself, Elmtalk. Why are you in Cruderrock?
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
That seems like not true. Solomorn's bloodless body is sporting enormous teeth of iron pulled from the jaws of his loyal cybermastiff. Pulsating strands stretch from under Cassia's headpiece, one wrapping around her neck while the others drain her lifeblood through her weeping eye sockets and mouth. Oh my god.
Victory awaits!
Abelard Wazarian's limbs were amputated and then sewn back onto his body with remarkable skill and precision using human tendons. Pascal's augmetics were separated but not extracted from his body. The places where they connect to the organic tissue teem with predatory millipedes feasting on the coagulating blood and accumulated pus. All of the cold trader's bones were broken. Her augmented arm was ripped from her socket, and the bones of every finger on the remaining hand are twisted and sticking out at strange angles. So everyone dead, that's fun. A passing ray of light reflects off the countless tiny blades that look like they sprouted from inside Idira's body.
It's about time!
Every exposed area of Argenta's skin is mottled with an intricate pattern of scarlet blisters, crimson indentations, and charred tissue. Cabilla's skin is covered in countless injection marks. Black tendril-like webs of burnt nerves radiate outward around each one. Nah, this is fun.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
I would not like to do that. And here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, the testimony will conclude this confusing case full of oath-breaking lies and heresy. You dragged this boy into this trial, and now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, Interrogator Van Cullux. I was so very wrong. Enough. Let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Then let us continue. Shielded by the Imperium, Theodora von Valancius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order outside and inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with Xenos, serving them as a puppet, and rejecting the God Emperor's blessed light for the sake of his heretical desires and base profit? You served the Xenos, you rejected his light, you reveled in your heretical desires and craved base profit. I don't know about that. Wait, something is wrong here. Why are you all here? Where's Mirazai? What happened? I plead guilty. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. It is plainly obvious that this heretic is dancing to your tune. His word against mine, you had lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Heinrichs. You need not worry. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. The rogue trader has often been accompanied by a Xenos companion, and though the warrant of trade does allow one to grant sanction to individual specimens, what is this if not a confirmation of the von Valancius family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity? The rogue trader's ties to the Drukhari. I did not. Different subspecies of Eldar are just as obvious. Who else could help them divine the carefully prepared plans of the Drukhari, if not other Drukhari? You always ended up in the location of the next Drukari raid, knowing for certain where they were going to strike. The only Xenos plan I am aware of is the one where they play foul games with my head. That's right! Indeed. What do you think he is talking about? He is obviously trying to disrupt the trial. I suggest you watch your tongue and behave yourself, and perhaps, only perhaps, it will be enough to preserve your miserable life. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the von Valancius dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging war against the Drukari this entire time, except, was there really a war? Or was it another carefully staged performance? Allow me to explain what actually happened. He personally invited the Drukari to his worlds and then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It is very convenient to play the victim while working with those who rob your neighbors blind and terrify the worlds that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this, rogue trader? Did you think I would not uncover your pathetic conspiracy? Enough of this circus. I did not set up any attacks. Rogue trader, you are destroying your only chance to make yourself useful to the Inquisition and to me personally. Do not tempt fate, and do not resist the examination. Are you really saying your war with the Drukari was not a hoax? Then how did you and your foolish subjects know the coordinates of the enemy ships every time? How did you know their targets? Do you think your expert on all things Xenos was shrewd enough to divine the carefully devised plan of the Cabal's finest? No. Only other Drukari could do that. And even then, only a few. This means you were in conclusion with them. Bull-headed stubbornness does not befit a man of your pedigree. But since you have decided to deny everything, I will summon another witness. I am sure everyone will find it interesting to explore this sordid story from another angle. If the court so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the rogue trader's chambers. An entire craft world vanished among the stars, the only clue to his fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That was when I began to suspect that he had done something to do with the misfortune that had befallen my Cruderok. Do not be deceived by his breed. There is a cunning predator lurking behind the fluttering of a fragile butterfly wings. The monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually inherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of the world's cultures, the secrets of the universe and ancient artifacts, the fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit. All are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker, who has pursued our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish. You helped him disappear. I say he had only himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognize an impeding threat is useless. No, this is wrong. No court in the Imperium would ever admit the testimonies of a Xenos. You are only allowed to speak when questioned, but since the rogue trader is so eager to make his voice heard, by all means do. The court is curious to know what you gleaned from this interrogation. Is that all you got, Xenos? I expected a better performance. You useless, arrogant, soon-to-be-dead monkey. The trial is almost complete, and when the judgment is pronounced, I will gut you, fill your bowels with flesh-eating worms, and drag you through the streets. Enough. Yeah, you suck. Aw, hell. Who are you? Are you Mirazai? Ah, we got a new guy. Archon Nazaraki. A Dracon from the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest has been cast down by his own ineptitude in an attempt to take part in Philian Acolithral. Never did I think that my eyes were destined to behold the greatest disgrace for a Dark One, a true-born humbled by a lowly creature before the Council of Archons. Look at him. One half of his face is behind a golden mask. The other half is showing a malicious, sharp-toothed leer. His armor is decorated with skulls and patches of human skin impaled on countless blades and hooks. Look at the female Drukhari. She's wearing armor encrusted with jewels. She is a Xenos occupying the higher tiers of the Drukhari hierarchy, which means you are facing one of the Archons. Hello there. Razhai, where are you at? There's genuine terror in his eyes. He wants my blood. Where's Yurli at? She's bleeding. With the greatest respect, mighty Narazkai, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of 100 worlds. Yeah, I know the Cabal of the Black Heart is one of the biggest and most, I would say, what's it called? Military based. So this is not good. He's like the big leader. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes. Dracon Mirazai is no longer wishes to. Sly intrigues, ruthless chill to jagged ice turns lips and tongues. Something. Oh my god, we got a freaking clown? Oh god, we got one of the Harley Quinns. These guys are Eldari. There's Eldari, which are the light elves, basically. We got Drukhari, which are dark elves, which like pain and all that. And we got these guys called the Harley Quinns, who they only serve the Laughing God, which they're god of laughing. Like, we think laughing hot, like a kid makes a loud noise, or somebody falls down the stairs but is not hurt, stuff like that. Funny, haha, hoo-hoo. These guys think funny is like tearing people apart and blowing people up and doing all sorts of crap. That is definitely, like, maybe in some contexts it would be hilarious, but in this context, especially if you're on the receiving end, it's no bueno. I hate that these guys are here. And Harley Quinns are supposed to be in the pocket dimension, because there's the craft worlds where the Eldari are on. There's Kamara and the Webway, which the Drukhari are in. And these guys are in they're in a side reality with their dark library with a bunch of texts and their laughing god. Anyway. I'll leave this episode here. Next time we'll pick up with the Drukhari and I guess the Harley Quinns. That's fun. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a nice day.